Homecoming Saturday here at Taylor University. We're catching up with the head coach of the Taylor men's soccer team, Gary Ross, before the take on Grace today. Nice win for you guys on Wednesday. What was it like to get how big was it to get that first Crossroads League win under your guys' belt?
Yeah, I mean it's always good to get, man. They're hard. Like, it's hard to win in this league, and anytime we can get them, we're happy. I think we're happy not just with the result, but how we got it. I mean, I think we played well. I think we did some things on the field that we hadn't done yet this year that we were trying to build towards. So lots of positive momentum for us. It'll be a tough one today against Grace, but they're all tough, man.
Your 2 goal scorers on Wednesday, not the normal guys we see putting the ball in the back. How much can that help you guys going towards the second half of the league schedule when you can kind of diversify your attack a little bit by getting some other guys involved in things?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's kind of like I said the other night after we chatted. Anytime you can get not only the other team not focusing on just your 2 scorers or 3 scorers, but if your own team can focus on some of the other guys, then there just begins to this belief begins to kind of bleed into everything that you're doing, and it's absolutely crucial. So we're excited for it.
Defensively, how do you try to keep things or maybe improve on things defensively as you get into these teams in the Crossroads League that have seen you guys year in and year out and know what your guys can do?
Yeah, well, I think the main thing is it's a mindset, right? We came out the other night defensively with some significant priorities as it related to limiting shots, limiting goals. We wanted to shut out the first half. We weren't actually as concerned about scoring in the first half as we were shutting them out, and we did. And we thought that we could outrun them and outlast them a little bit in the second half. It ended up turning out that way. We're going to have the same mentality again today. I mean, we want to make sure that we're just defensively sound, and I think the shutout last game, it just was definitely significant for our confidence, and we're just going to try to repeat some of the things we did the other day.
Grace has been one of the better teams in the league the last couple of years. Yeah. They went to nationals a couple of years ago, if memory serves right. Yeah. What can fans expect out of the Lancers today?
Yeah, they'll be a good team. I mean, I think you look at who they have in terms of their attack. They have a new coach who's a very attack-minded coach as well. They got some athletes that can run at you. I think they're going to be pretty disciplined. I think you'll see some big, strong athletes as well. But, it's been interesting. The matchup between Taylor and Grace has always been a good one, even in years where we're not playing so well and they are, or we're playing great and they're not. It's just they're good games typically. We've had some decent success with them, so yeah, we're just going to keep plugging away and see what happens today.
Our first fall Saturday, definitely from a temperature standpoint. It's not going to get higher than in the low 70s today. The wind really, though, picking up a lot here on the field. How can that kind of change things? How do you try to adapt with the different wind speeds here today?
Yeah, I don't know how much the wind will impact. I mean, you have with Luke and his delivering of the ball. I mean, he can punt the ball a country mile, and he can throw the ball a mile too. And he's good with the ball at his feet, so delivering when the ball's passed back to him. If we go direct at times, I think that'll have an impact. But I don't foresee the wind being a huge issue today. I think just the fact that the temperatures have dropped, it's brought an energy to training the last day or so, and our guys are just ready to get after it, man.
And you love it when it's cooler too, right?
Oh, thank God it's cooler. Yeah, literally, I'm just praising the Lord today. Yeah.
Last couple of things, we catch up with head men's soccer coach here at Taylor, Gary Ross. It's homecoming family weekend. The Hall of Fame breakfast was this morning. Yeah. As an alum of Taylor University, how special is homecoming weekend for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. It's like sort of the rekindling memories of everything that's good about the place, right? And I think that's something that is needed in all levels of life, and sometimes just kind of reflecting on all the positives and the good things that you've seen over the years, and it reminds you of sort of who you are, and it brings you back to that. So I mean, it's a great weekend. The fact that we were able to get Tyler into the Hall of Fame, and well, we didn't get him in, he earned his way in, was just it was absolutely fantastic. It was a great morning celebrating him and his play and the other inductees. So yeah, what a great morning, and hopefully we can just continue with a good win this afternoon.
The Tyler, you're referencing obviously Tyler Beechler. Yep. Been a while since the men's soccer pro had a chance to go in. You got to do the introduction speech for Tyler. What were your emotions like when he asked you to introduce him and set him up for his Hall of Fame speech today? Yeah,
well, I guess it means he didn't hate me too much, No, it's quite an honor, man. I mean, I actually got a little choked up when I was up there. That kind of surprised me a little bit. I mean, not that I didn't think I love Tyler. I love all of our players, but I didn't think I'd get as emotional maybe as I did. I didn't lose it or anything, but I mean, I was a little emotional, right? So just brought back a flood of great memories. Seeing even my old boss, Dave Berline, in the audience. He was there when Tyler was here. So just lots of really good memories. just an honor. Tyler was an absolute beast of a player, very humble, unassuming guy who wasn't, he didn't think too much of himself, but he had the proper amount of self-belief and humility to kind of make him what he was. So one of the things I wish I would have mentioned in the speech is that a lot of times with the really truly great players, you don't know how great they are until they're gone. And with Tyler, that was the case. We had a great year in 2011. The next year it's like, man, why is it so hard to put the ball in the back of the net? It's like, oh yeah, we lost an All-American guy, So at the end of the day, that was it was just an honor to have him here as a player, an honor to induct him.
Gary, thanks for the time. Best of luck against Grace today.
Thanks. Yep, appreciate it.
Thanks.
We thank Gary Ross for his time today. We thank you folks for tuning in here as well. Should be a fun day here today between Taylor and Grace. We're glad you're along with us. This is the Marion General Hospital pre-match show. Grace comes in receiving votes in the most recent top 25 poll. Taylor 5-5-2 overall. They come in after a 1-0 win over Goshen on Wednesday. Big win for the boys that night. And we should have a fun one here today, here from Turner Stadium. First game of what will be two on the Trojan Sports Network today. 7 o'clock kickoff tonight between Taylor and Indiana Wesleyan on the gridiron right back here at Turner Stadium. We'll pause momentarily. We'll come back with a kickoff here today between Taylor and Grace. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greeks' specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greeks Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greeks Pizzeria, it's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits.
We're back here at Turner Stadium on the campus of Taylor University for today's first of two home events here on the Taylor University campus as a part of Homecoming 2019. It's Grace, who comes in with a 7-2-2 overall record, 1-1-1 in Crossroads League play, taking on the Taylor Trojans, 5-5-2 overall, and they are 1-2 in league play. Taylor in the home white uniforms today with purple stripes, purple numbers, purple shorts with the white socks and the purple sleeves. Grace in the road red jerseys with a little black on the bottom, fading from red to black. They've got white numbers with red shorts and red socks. And those white numbers, nice and big on the back, they really sparkle here and are easy to see in the sun, in the bright sunny afternoon here today. Temperature, a perfect day for soccer and pretty much anything to do outside. Temperature right now in the mid-60s. Nice little breeze going from right to left. So Taylor going into the wind here in the opening half. Grace with the wind at their back. But after a real scorcher to start for the Trojans against Goshen on Wednesday, but then the sunset and everything cooled down considerably. A much comfortable afternoon here. And the good news for Taylor as well, they've gotten Alex Gallup back in the lineup. He had to sit out Wednesday's match against the Maple Leafs of Goshen after picking up his 5th yellow card. He has served his time, and he's back out there as the center back spot for Taylor along with Cole Gilliam. Taylor going from left to right. Here's Joaquin Hansen up to the left side and Paul McBride. Those braids strung up in a mohawk today for a homecoming Saturday. Overlapping run is Hansen, cross from the end line. And the offside flag is in the air down to our right. Taylor offside for the first time today, and Grace will have a free kick from their defensive half. Aaron Patrick, the first-year head coach for Grace. Taylor led by the long-tenured Gary Ross. And in our pregame conversation with Gary today, you heard that he was the one that gave the introduction speech for Tyler Beechler today at the Hall of Fame breakfast. Beechler, a member of the Hall of Fame class of 2019. He and the rest of the class will be honored at halftime of tonight's football game. Grace now trying to work it from the defensive end. Koslak will send it on to the middle. And Jayapuram. Ball turned over right to Whelan. Pressing in. Shot on goal. Right and snagged out of the air by Gonzalo Salo. Salo starting his 10th game, appearing in his 12th. Has allowed 12 goals this year. Just stopped his 43rd shot. Taylor, of course, starts Luke Williams. He has played and started in all now 13 games for Taylor this year. Luke has stopped 62 shots and allowed 17 tallies. Just underway here in the opening half between Taylor and Grace. The Lancers going from right to left in red. Taylor goes from left to right in white. Santa Giuliano with the ball at his feet, out of Italy. Ivan will knock it forward and then headed back down by Michael Maloney to McBride at midfield. Spun away and that's poked away from him, and now Grace will again set things up in the defensive half. Lancers have outscored their opponents 29-17 this year. Taylor, meanwhile, has scored as many as they've allowed, 17 on the year. Clay holds near side for TU. Passes on to Hansen. This was off the side of one of his Trojan teammates in Alzate. He scored on Wednesday, turns and fires one in, and the Alzate shot will be stopped. First two shots of the afternoon go Taylor's way. First by Josiah Whelan, and then that one by Alzate. Grace good on the road, 4-1-1. The best road team in the Crossroads League this year. Taylor 4-2 at home. They're one of the better teams at home. Everybody chasing Spring Arbor and Bethel. Those two teams tied atop the league standings at perfect 3-0 records with 9 points. Huntington behind them in third with 7. Then it goes Mount Vernon Nazarene. Grace by themselves in fifth with 4 points. And then a three-way tie for 6, 3 points apiece. Marion, Taylor, and St. Francis. Goshen and Indiana Wesleyan both 0-3 to start league play here in 2019. Grace carries into the attacking half. First time today across all the way to the backside. Unable to get to it in time was Omar Gonzalez. The ball was way away from him. Still threw that leg out just in hopes that the ball might careen off of his foot and in. Instead, it'll be a goal kick for Luke Williams for the first time here this afternoon. Luke with the wind in his face will just play it to the back, and Cole Gilliam as the ball stays on the ground. Williams don't want to test the strong wind here today. But in that pre-match conversation with Gary Ross, Coach Ross for Taylor did not think that the wind would be too much of a factor here today. Salo holds back in the goal. Off to Santa Juliana. Trying to find Gruber at midfield. Rolls away, last touched by the Lancers, and so Andrew Siegelin will throw it in for TU. Into Wieland. Spins away, but pressure comes from behind by Santa Juliana. Gonçalves to the near side in Gruber. Overlapping run is Johnny Mora. Left-footed cross to the backside, knocked away by the Trojans' Michael Maloney. Then turned and swept on by Peter Lynn. Held in by the head of Santa Juliana. And now Clay trying to counter. Pressure from behind, poking it forward as Gruber was on his back. Hansen just got there before Santa Juliana swept it away. Now up to Gruber. Marked by Gilliam. Pass into space to nobody except the Trojans' Alex Gallup, who is sporting a fresh haircut after getting his long blonde locks trimmed a couple of weeks ago. A little bit shorter than I think Alex would have liked. He wanted to trim and got more of a chop. They've been growing that hair, I think, for about a year or so. And so hopefully for him, that hair will grow back sooner rather than later. Still long, just not as long as it had been. Right foot from Williams. This one will catch in midair and just get to midfield. Normally, Williams' goal kicks carry about 5 yards past midfield, but remember that strong wind right in the face of Williams and the Trojans here in half number 1. GC tried to find Gonzalez, deflected off of him, and Taylor will throw it in with Siegelin. Two-handed heave. Whelan trying to work it on. Alsate trying to touch it around the defender. Hansen comes back. His legs are swept out from underneath of him by Koslak. And Taylor with a quick restart to the left edge of the box, and McBride. Touch back to the middle. Shot will be pulled wide left. And all 3 shots here in the opening half have been on the Trojan side. That one, the first one, not on goal. Ivan Santa Juliana. Off to Jordan Jayapuram. And then Santa Juliana carries in the middle once again. The backline member out of Italy for Grace. To the far side in Voss. Dancing away from trouble is Jayapuram, excuse me. Then left footing forward. Gonçalves. Touched away, Siegelin into the air. Williams tracking to the far post. On a touch away by Ulysses. So Miranda almost on top of it. Just couldn't keep working it forward. A good first opportunity there for Grace, but they come up empty-handed as we remain scoreless. Grace takes it away. Lynn tries to fall back in and help. Long-range left-footed shot. That one will sail wide. Attempted by Zay Gonçalves. There's the first shot of the afternoon for Grace. Taylor's women's soccer team up in Winona Lake today, taking on the Grace women's soccer team. Big one for Scott Stan's club. They try to remain unblemished in league play. A pair of wins and 1 tie for the Taylor women's soccer team. Long-range shot outside. One hops and it's smothered up by Williams. His first stop of the day. That one taken by Miranda. Quinn Partain and Owen Hardy, 2 products of Wheaton Academy. Had a chance to meet Mr. and Mrs. Partain before the day's match. The matriarch of the Hardy family, Mrs. Hardy, here today to watch Owen. Mr. Hardy up at Winona Lake watching younger sister Ann Camille, who scored her first collegiate goal last week on this field in Taylor's 7-0 win over Bethel. McBride, Hansen a little back heel kick, overran by Whelan, but he pops back on top of it. Will jog back and then work it to the near side, and Andrew Siegelin. Siegelin to Lynn. Whelan wanted to find Alzate. His path cut off by Santa Juliana. And the ball rolls to the end line and goes out of play, and Grace will have a goal kick, but not before 2 subs come in for TU. They are the aforementioned Quinn Partain and Owen Hardy. Taylor out shooting Grace 3-2 here in the early going. And Taylor with a pair of shots on goal, just 1 so far for GC. So we played about 11 minutes here in the opening half. Breezy day, as you can hear on our crowd microphone. Gilliam intercepts the pass, touched it down, intended for Maloney. Then Mora cuts it off for GC. He and Hardy jostle for position. And coming out of the fray will be Gruber. Trying to step on through is Mora. He loses his footing along with Whelan. Hardy sends it up the near side. So nobody there except Ivan Santajuliana. Arnold. Then a big right-footed pass by Jayapuram. Alzate knocks it in deep. McBride trying to jump on top of it. Arnold cuts him off, then circles to the far side and dishes off to Voss. Whelan with a challenge. But a left-footed pass nicely by Jayapuram. Into space near side, filling it will be Mora. As he surveys the area, sends it right in with a left foot, and Williams right there to stop it. Just a couple steps off his line. Heaves it out. McBride has to go off of his chest. Jostles with the defender, and McBride comes away with it. P. McBride with a bash to the near side of the fleet-footed Owen Hardy. He's got a pair of red jersey defenders in front, fakes to his left. Hardy almost lost his footing. It's intercepted and taken away by Koslak. Here comes Grace the other way. Hardy was setting something up, but just lost his footing by a hair. And that allows Grace to evade any trouble from the very fleet-footed Owen Hardy. Grace the other way. Lynn loses his footing, but he was helped down, and a foul comes against Omar Gonzalez. Second foul against Grace today. And Taylor's got the goal kick from the defensive half. Alzate getting the start here this afternoon. John's second start of his college career. Scored his first college goal this Wednesday in the 2-0 victory over Goshen. The other goal scorer for the Trojans, Adam Siegelin, starts to get loose along the near sideline. Gilliam, instead of bashing it deep with the wind in his face, keeps the ball on the ground on the free kick. Back to his keeper, Luke Williams. Then he'll roll it to the far side where Alex Gallup is patrolling. Taken away by Grace. They hold in their attacking half. They're in red, and they shoot on the goal to our left. A challenge from Partain. He pops back to his feet after he collided with Gonçalves. Hansen has 2 defenders around him, 5 yards outside midfield. He turns it over, and now Grace will reset in the defensive half. Gilliam to Maloney, then back to Gilliam. Nice touch from Whelan, a little behind Alzate. Poked away from him. He tries to fight for position with Jayapuram. And Alzate got a little too physical as Jayapuram goes spilling down to the turf. First foul against Taylor here today. No scores. We're just past 14 minutes in here to half number 1. Koslak works it back, and then they'll swing it all the way to the far side and Arnold. And then Santa Juliana holds in the middle once again. To the near side and Koslak. Hardy marks him as Koslak got just within the vicinity of midfield. His pass popped into the air, then taken away by Cole Gilliam. Near sideline Maloney, and then back to his keeper Williams, a little bit far away from him. But Luke able to pounce on top of it and keep it away from the goal. He'll send one up in the air towards midfield. It hits the turf. Volleyed back over his head by Mora. Hardy comes flying in. And the ball sent in deep before Gilliam heads to Maloney, who misses a header. And it bounces around past him. And Grace will throw it in near side in front of the Taylor bench. They go from right to left in red. Miranda spins away between the legs of Alzate. They give it back to Miranda, sweeping it on, touched away by the toe of Alex Gallup. And now Taylor will set their sights on the other end. Long pass to midfield, cut down by Paul McBride. Passes behind Alzate, who comes to get it. He's knocked down, and here comes Grace the other way with Gruber stepping on top of it. Gruber to Jayapuram. Swings it far side to Voss. Being marked by P. McBride just inside midfield. Pass the middle, easily intercepted by Alzate, and now Taylor sets things up. Alzate to the midfielder Hardy. His pass intended for Whelan behind him, then Whelan slips, and it's taken away once again by Jayapuram. Koslak. Left footing to Santa Juliana. And then Voss plays it back to the defensive half once again. Crossfield pass near side to the lonesome Mora. And now he'll have some friends, as will be marked by both Maloney and Hardy of Taylor. Hardy leaps into the air, blocks the pass down with his knee. Alzate with a challenge, but keeping his footing nicely is Koslak, and turns and deals it away to Jayapuram, who curls far side to Voss. Dribbling forward, Partain makes a jab at him. Nice touch away on a challenge by Lynn. And again, it's Hardy with the ball at his feet. Pass in tight quarters to Hansen. He's tied up. They're able to get the ball off to Whelan, who tries to work his way through. And here comes Grace the other way after a nice challenge win in the middle. Miranda touching forward, wanting to find Gonzalez. But then the ball careens away out of play near sideline. It'll be a throw in for TU, but not before Clay Vanderkolk will join the fray here early on in this opening half. Third sub for the Trojans here in the opening half. None so far here for Grace. As Vanderkolk will get Hansen. That'll bump Whelan up to the center forward spot as Vanderkolk, a midfielder, will go back and patrol things with Lynn and Hardy. Gruber intercepts the throw in for Grace as they work along the near sideline, trying to shoot on the goal to our left, but then Hardy and Maloney tag team, and Hardy will take it away with the help of Maloney. Alzate back to Maloney, and then into the box to the keeper, Luke Williams. Williams' footwork is what head coach Gary Ross says is the most improved part of Luke's game. The Trojans able to use him much more when they set things up from the defensive half, much more than they used to in his first 3 years here at Taylor. Luke, a fantastic athlete. You knew that if you watched last year's Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup here against Mount Vernon Nazarene, where Luke won the game, stopping 2 PK shots against the Cougars. Now a quick counter opportunity for Taylor with numbers. Whelan to the far side on the speedy Paul McBride. To the middle. He wants to go from long range. His shot is blocked. Paul turns around and looks for a handball. It will not come, and so here comes Taylor trying to set things up once again. They had numbers briefly, just couldn't keep pressing it forward. But then McBride's shot was blocked from about 20 yards or so away. Might have been close 25 or 30. There's a whole slew of Grace Lancers warming up down to our right in the corner past the end line. About 7 different Grace players all getting loose down there, way down to the right. Everyone else for GC sitting down on the bench down below us and to the right. Tyler Dayhoff ready to come in for Taylor at the next stoppage of play. Grace in the center circle. Gruber dribbling to his left and then bashes a long left-footed pass to the jogging Mora. He has it on the left edge of the box. Crosses one in to the middle, knocked away by the forehead of Peter Lynn. Stepping in is Alzate. And a dive from Grace will not be honored, even though the Lancers are able to keep possession. Pass knocked down on the Koslak try. McBride has it, and he bumps with Koslak, and now Paul runs forward. He runs through the handhold of Koslak and deals off near side to Hardy. Pointing where he wants McBride to go. The defense read it. And Hardy's pass deflected away, and here comes Tyler Dayhoff. Alzate exits. Adam Siegelin will come in for Taylor. First time in a long while that Taylor's had the ball on this end of the field in their attacking half. They throw it into the fresh legs of Dayhoff, and he goes off of his braced right knee. And Grace will throw it in. Shots even, 3-3, and both teams with a pair of shots on goal. Nice hustle by Miranda, runs away from Maloney, touch into space to the circling Gonzalez. Gonçalves. Back to Miranda, marked by Maloney. He'll send this one all the way to the far side of the backpedaling Voss. 24:55 remaining in the opening half. Top of the box, swept in. A couple of Taylor defenders there and is knocked away by Peter Lynn. And a two-man game snuffed out as Gonzalez tried to send it on to Gonçalves. Looks like Togo Narusawa about to come in for Grace as well, along with Adam Siegelin. Taylor sends it to the far side. Partain had to race back to get to it and knocks it down to Gallup. 24:15 and counting remaining here in the opening half. No score so far. Taylor trying to get some opportunities, and Dayhoff will carry on the left edge of the field. Dribbling forward, he'll dump it to the middle. There's Whelan. He'll spin, tries to circle it back. Hardy comes in. He tried to kept pressing it forward, but it goes off the foot of Santa Juliana. Now he has in the near side corner with Whelan applying pressure. Help will come from Hardy. To the end line, who did it go off of? It went off of Grace, and that means Taylor will get the first corner here of the afternoon. Siegelin will come in for the Trojans. Same thing for Togo Narusawa. Exiting is P. McBride for Taylor. And checking out for Grace. Cannot see that young man's number as he talks to a member of the coaching staff. It's Koslak. Partain with that special left foot will take it on the near side corner. This one will come into the left of the keeper, Salo, in the goal to our right. Partain fakes, then bangs one in low to Whelan. Touching it back to Hardy, surveying and crossing a high curler to the back edge. Gallup heads it on, and it's on the outside of the goal as a good closeout there by Salo, the keeper, to the far post. Gallup had to climb the fictional ladder and go up and over a defender. Still got his forehead on it for the big fella Gallup. Just cannot put it onto the open goal mouth. Again, credit Salo for closing out and not having a lot of room for Alex to try to redirect it, but still an impressive athletic play from 12 in white. We remain scoreless with less than 23 minutes to go here in half number one. Fourth shot of the day for the Trojans. And Grace setting things up here again. Narusawa, the newcomer, to Santa Juliana. A lot of international flair on this Grace roster. And now to Voss on the right side. Had long hair, bouncing with every step. He'll send it to the middle where it finds Miranda. Into space. Centering ball, cut down to Gonzalez. Knocked away, but held in by Miranda. His left-footed shot finds its way through, but it's pushed wide of the right side of the goal. That'll be the far side post from where we sit. As Gonçalves was the one trying to work it on to Gonzalez. Gallup takes the goal kick from Williams, and he'll drive it on deep to his fellow Illinois mate, Josiah Whelan. Last touch by Grace, and now Taylor has a throw in from about the final third. Vanderkolk blocks a clearance try. Now he tries to set his sights on the goal. Vanderkolk loses his footing. Ball knocked away. Whelan will cross to the backside. Hardy throws his head in there, but it's knocked away before Owen could get a good head on it. Grace trying to get away from trouble. Narusawa had it. Mora's pass block or clearance blocked by Hardy. Chested into play by Maloney. His feet taken away from him, and here comes Grace the other way with Gruber. Gonçalves to the near side, and Gonzalez. He has to race to the near sideline. Just will hold it in by a hair as Gilliam marks him in the near side corner. Gonzalez to the end line, gets around Gilliam. Help comes from Maloney. Then Gilliam recovers and comes right back over the top of Gonzalez and kicks the ball away. Clearance try held in here by Grace as Mason Brook will come in for TU. Brook will replace Vanderkolk, and two subs come in for Grace. Cody Borama along with Marcelo Talamas. And Holwarda got there a little bit late, so Holwarda of Taylor will have to wait to check in as we dip below 20 minutes to play here in half number 1. No score between Taylor and Grace. Both teams with identical shooting numbers, 4 shots in total, and each team with 2 shots on goal. Taylor couldn't keep it moving forward. It goes out off of, it looked like Hardy, and so Mora throws it into the fresh legs and Talamas. Narusawa to Santa Juliana, to the middle, and racing after it, it's Philip Arnold. Nobody around him, so plenty of space. The closest folks to him are the boys of the Vuvuzelos across from us. Santa Juliana, big curling pass on the near side. Mora had space, and it was snuffed away. To Borama, the near side, touching away from Gilliam, crossing to the backside, racing after it, end line, saving it back in. Gallup knocks it away as Voss saved it from the end line. Now Taylor will try to counter with a speedy Siegelin. Nice little fake to get some room as he dances towards midfield. He'll knock it in deep, too far for Whelan to go give it a chase. And Santa Juliana, the first one on top of it for GC. They go from right to left in red. Taylor defends in white with purple stripes. The Grace jerseys fade from a red up top to a black on the bottom on the front. Solid red on the back. It really helps those white numbers pop a little bit. Partain intercepts the pass, touched perfectly up to Siegelin. In the middle to Whelan, knocks it and turns and runs forward. Into space, here comes Hardy with that speed. Right edge of the box, Owen thinking, surveying, dancing to the end line, looking to cross, shove, gets it off. Heel kicked away by Grace. Whelan touches it down and then skies one over the crossbar and out of play. Second shot of the afternoon for Whelan. Here comes Luke Holwarda. He'll go spell a fellow Wheaton Academy graduate in Owen Hardy. Who just had a nice run up the near side of the box. Almost after Hardy was bumped. Had to serve that one in off the back foot. Still was able to get it in. Still give Taylor a crack at the goal to our right. Less than 18 minutes remaining in the first half. 0-0 our score between Taylor and Grace. Grace in 5th place in the league, 1-1-1 overall in the league. Taylor in a 3-way tie for 6th at 1-2 after the win over Goshen Wednesday. Long ball sent in, nobody in the box except the keeper for Taylor, Luke Williams. Maloney, right footing it up near sideline to Gilliam in front of his own bench. Tight room to Brook, taken away by Narusawa. Ball bounces on to Holwarda. Stops, spins, double teamed out. Taylor says it's going their way, and the referees agree with him. Gilliam walking up the near sideline. Throws it into Holwarda. Tried to touch it back to Brook. It's pinballed around before finally find Narusawa's feet. Gonçalves in the center circle. Then back to Narusawa. Footing it forward is Arnold. The far sideline, Voss. Out of play, and Taylor quickly hustles forward with Partain. Up to Siegelin. Brook. A little bit too hard on that opening touch for Mason Brook. Back to the center circle. Circling over it. Jaya Purim. For a time being, it looked like Grace was going to play back to the defensive end, but then the ball finds its way into the neon yellow and black mitts of Taylor's Luke Williams, the keeper. Great crowd here on hand today with homecoming festivities. We're expecting between 5,000 and 7,000 people here tonight for the football game between Taylor and Indiana Wesleyan. Siegelin takes a spill far side. Dayhoff forces his way through and keeps it going in Taylor's favor for the time being. But now Grace will set things up in the defensive half. They go from right to left in red. 4 shots on the afternoon for the Lancers, and 5 for Taylor. Gallup skies it into the air on a long ball from GC. Miranda touching the space, trying to work it forward, and it's cut off by the from the reserver Talamas by the Trojan back line. Williams waving folks forward. 15:22 to go here in half number 1. A good one so far here between Taylor and Grace. The wind has died down enough as Williams bombs one 15 yards over midfield. But Taylor can't do anything with it. They'll have to play it back to the defensive side for the time being. Gilliam had it, but couldn't hold on to it. Now here comes Grace quickly moving forward. Gallup chops one to the far side as they try to find Gonçalves. Foul on Taylor. They'll go against Dayhoff. Tyler's first foul, the second one against Taylor. And a free kick for Grace from the far side of the field. Looks to be taken by Narusawa, who has a goal and 2 assists this year. A quick start from Grace, but whistle was blown. We saw that work in Taylor's favor earlier this year with the game winner for Quinn Partain. Narusawa on top of it for Grace. They shoot on the goal to our left. Volleys one into the box. Traffic there. Gallup again throws that head in front of it as Partain tried to sweep it away. Could not. It's held in by GC. Talamas, their leading goal scorer, passes to the backside of the box. Snatched on the hop by Taylor's Luke Williams, the keeper. 14:03 to go here in half number 1. A lot of scoring chances today. 2 shots on goal per side. As then Williams will hurl this thing 45 yards in the air. And then the ball gets knocked around. The wind in the face, no problem for one in neon green. Taylor keeper Luke Williams. Now Brooke with a nice individual challenge. Takes it away. Keeps working to the far side. Slides, but cannot keep it. It cannot punch it along to the far sideline. Grace, though, will have to regroup in the defensive half with Santa Juliana. Yvonne looking and passing to the near side, and Johnny Mora. To the middle, and Jordan Jayapuram. And now Philip Arnold. The back line for both teams have been very involved today as now the wind picks up for the first time in a while. It blows from right to left. Grace with it at their backs as they shoot on the goal to the left. Taylor with the wind in their face here in half 1. Narusawa running away from Siegelin. Heading it to the near side, Miranda. And good hustle by Holwerda to take it away from Mora of Grace. Maloney back to Williams. Voss was barreling down on him, and Williams just had to, or Mora was the one barreling down on him, and Luke just had to clear it away high and far from trouble. Miranda right footing it back inside the midline to Santa Juliana. And then Arnold will jog to the right. 10 yards outside midfield. Across to Jayapuram and then back once again to Arnold. Slide by Lynn, cuts the pass off. The ball finds the feet of Luke Holwerda, circles back, tight pass into space. Gilliam's pass deflected and Holwerda on top of it, and then goes right back to Michael Maloney. 12 minutes remaining here in half number 1. No score between Taylor and Grace. First game of 2 on this field today, part of the homecoming and family weekend festivities. We've got food trucks and tents and food off in the parking lot of Odell Arena and Winterholder Field to the right. The baseball team setting up for their alumni game that'll be taking place here shortly. An alumni game for the Taylor men's basketball team going on inside Odell Arena right now. And then, of course, that little football game here tonight. Borma trying to elude Gilliam. That's a tough task as Cole on top of it, clears it away from the end line. And it's going to be a throw in here for Grace as that one just snuck on this side to the right of the flag in the near side corner. Taylor with the only corner here so far this afternoon. Tight quarters, they work off to Mora, does Grace. Into Miranda, left edge of the box, touching to the end line, crosses back. Nobody there backside, and it's blocked on the foot of Siegelin as Williams was out of position trying to challenge the dancing Miranda on the end line. But it was Siegelin who threw that right foot out there and blocked the surefire goal away from Grace. And with less than 11 minutes to go here in this opening half, Grace gets their first corner of the afternoon. Mora with 3 assists on the year, second on the team. Tied for that mark on the far side. Sent in by GC. Deflected to the back post. Nobody there in red, and so it goes out, and Taylor's got a goal kick. And they'll bring in the red-headed Noah Rodman. He goes in to get his high school teammate out from Peoria Christian High School, Josiah Whelan. Williams taking his time with less than 10 minutes to go here in half number 1. 0-0 our score between Taylor and Grace. Borima in the middle for GC. To the right side of the field in the cutting Voss. Right foot's one in, cutting in, trying to touch it backside. Miranda back to the middle. Good opportunity for Grace, dancing with it. Shot blocked somehow by Williams. Re-teed again. It goes off the crossbar as Talamas was snuffed away by a diving Luke Williams. Williams looked to be dead to rights after he dove on the first fake, then got back and re-engaged and punched the ball away. And then it was Borima who had a wide open goal to shoot at with Williams sprawled out on the turf. He raised it too high and it deflects off the crossbar. And now Williams will send it back into the fray with our game still level with less than 9 minutes to go here in the opening half. And Taylor again has played a lot of defense here tonight, much more than they did on Wednesday against Goshen. Near edge with Borima on the circle, back to the helping Mora. Mora circles away from Rodman, who's listed as a defender, but they put the big fella up top, who is the fastest Trojan on the roster, tipping the scales at well over 200 pounds, but he is a fleet-footed young man and a big body that is hard to knock around. Miranda cutting into the middle for Grace. Pass to the near side behind Borima, lets it roll on through to Mora. Holwarda chasing him to the end line, cross to the left foot, headed down by Lynn. Brooke tried to punch it away, could not. And then Borima still on top. He'll curl one in. Williams reads it and snares another one. We dip below 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Gilliam to Lynn, into space. Brooke a slide, punched it too far away from Holwarda. And Noah Irwin will come in for Taylor, along with Cedric Brenneman. For Grace, he replaces Gonçalves. Just 4 subs here in the opening half for Grace. 9 so far for Taylor. Siegelin takes it as he carries on the near side of the field. Dumps it off to Holwarda, right edge of the box, looking to cross. Works back to his left foot, dancing up away, poked away. Holwarda will pounce on top of it. Finds the trailing Lynn in the middle, spins away, then sweeps it on to Partain far side. Taylor shooting on the goal to our right with 7:07 remaining here in the first half. Big touch off of Rodman, trying to force his way to the end line. Did he hold it in? He did, and now a late whistle comes in from our near side judge. It was Voss who cut Rodman off. Noah threw his leg around and almost kept it in play. Instead, it's a quick goal kick and a restart here for Grace. Ivan Santajuliana, right foot's one into the center circle with Miranda. Touch on, Maloney there, heads it on to Williams as he was step for step with Talamas, the Grace's leading goal scorer, who has 12 of their 29 tallies this year. He's also their leader in shots. He's the only Grace player with more than 22 shots on the year. He's got 45 coming into today. Taylor, meanwhile, their leading goal scorer, Paul McBride, with 6. Wheelan behind him with 5. Then Siegelin's got a pair, then a couple other guys with 1. Gilliam off to Maloney. Near side to Lynn. Nice moves. He sachets away from Narusawa. Siegelin a touch. Irwin, pressure from behind, tries to run away from it. Volleyed in by Siegelin, knocked away by Grayson. The Lancers will keep moving it forward with Arnold. Miranda hopped into the air, curled in deep. Racing after it is Arnold. He checks up as the ball rolls into the box, and they'll let Williams pick it up. Instead, he'll right foot one forward to Gallup. A highlight reel goal from Luke Williams earlier. Keeps the match scoreless. Taylor has yet to really put any pressure offensively. Well, I'll change that. As in the last few moments, they've not been able to put some pressure in offensively. Dink to the middle by Grace. Cleared away by TU to the far sideline. Brenneman will hold it in for GC. Curls one to Narusawa. Irwin marking him. Up to Borima. Turns. Holwarda there, and now Borma plays it back. Rodman trums in. Borma touches it away, and he'll race all the way to the defensive end for Grace and deal off to Santa Juliana. Wind really picking up here as we've approached 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Grace out shooting Taylor 7-5, including shots on goal 3-2. Here comes Moses Kabuswe in for Taylor. He goes to get Siegelin. Kabuswe, a player that the coaching staff really happy about for his future here at Taylor. Moses playing in just his 6th game of his freshman year, has yet to take a shot, but is someone that the coaching staff feels can be very dynamic in one of those forward positions. Ball goes off of Holwarda. Grace throws it in, goes off the right side of the skull of Irwin, and Borama's got it at his feet for Grace. To the middle it goes, knocked away by Partain, not out of trouble yet, still in the box, pressing in, volleyed on, stopped by Williams. As Talamas was sandwiched between 2 Taylor defenders, most of them all fell. Williams kept his footing, read the ball, made the save, and he'll deal it back into play with less than 4 to go here in the first half. Ball jostled for across from us in the Grace defensive half. Voss goes back. Santa Juliana sends it forward. Over the head of Brenneman. And Partain will knock it back to Williams. Up to Gallup. Partain wants to find Irwin off the back of his heel. Here's Holwarda cutting in. A big volley forward, missing the header. Santa Juliana. Holwarda runs away, shoots on, and it's in for Luke Holwarda! As he ran away from Grace defenders, he beat the goalie and Santa Juliana. And with 3:03 to go in the first half, it's Taylor 1 and Grace 0. Goal comes in the 42nd minute for Holwarda. And a big one, his 2nd one of the year. And after the stellar stop by Williams about 8 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, I should say, it's Holwarda with his 2nd goal of the year, and the Trojans take a 1-0 lead over Grace. Maloney looking deep, sends it into the big man Rodman. Tracking near side, Noah heads it back into play, but they'll say he was out when he played it. And now the ball will go back to Grace with 2:19 and counting here in the first half. Brook to Irwin. Back to the near side of the goal scorer, Holwarda for Taylor. His pass knocked away by Borama. Less than 2 to go before halftime. A 1-0 lead for Taylor on the 2nd goal of the year by Luke Holwarda. An artist off the field in that goal, some artistry as well. Between the legs of the head official, Holwarda wanted to keep carrying it forward, and now Grace plays it back to the keeper, Salo, who skies it, curling to the near side. That one's going into the seats, and a lucky fan has got a souvenir for the time being. We're going to need that soccer ball back, folks, before play can continue. Gilliam to throw it in near sideline. With 1:20 remaining in the half. Rodman trying to circle to the corner, trying to box out his man, kept the ball from rolling out of play. Touch on intended for Holwarda. Then Luke will poke it away as Narusawa was here and then heaves it in quickly. Almost 60 seconds left to go in the first half. Brook. So less than a minute to go here in the opening half. Rodman, the forward. And now Narusawa to the near side, plays it behind Borama. Too much juice on that pass. It rolls out, and Gilliam will throw it in with less than 40 to go before halftime. Gilliam dribbles and then spits. taking his time here. The clock, Taylor's friend. So he runs about 15 seconds off the clock. This goes off the back of the head of Noah Rodman, and Grace will send it out of play. Holwerda will walk forward. We'll see if Taylor gets one more push here with 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Gilliam into the box. As you can hear with less than 10 to go, it's knocked back near side to Gilliam. He'll tee it up, volleys it in. Cabooseway there, loose in the box. Taylor trying to hold it in, but that will be the end of the first half. A stellar goal, or goal stopped, I should say, and a stellar goal. Luke Williams with a big stop. That came in the 36th minute, and then Luke Holwerda's second goal of the year has given Taylor a 1-0 lead at the half after a fantastic individual effort by the sophomore forward. We take a break here on the Trojan Sports Network. We'll actually stay here live. We will bring you the TU Palms performance. That's coming up next. Then we'll come back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report at the break. It's Taylor 1 and Grace 0. This is men's soccer as a part of 2019 Homecoming Weekend here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Play that old song! You really want her to play it. That's what's really going to open her. You gotta have the music. Let's listen to it.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Second half underway here from Turner Stadium. Taylor leads Grace 1-0 after the goal by Luke Holwerda in the 42nd minute, as he sidestepped the goalie and put it on home for his second goal of the year. Partain ushered out of play, keeps it sweeping forward, deflected into the air, across the end line, and this will be a goal kick here for Grace, just underway in half number 2. Our BSN Sports first half stats: Grace outshoots Taylor 7-6 in the opening half. Each team with 3 shots on goal, but Taylor's last shot on goal is the one that counts, as it went into the back of the net by Holwerda. 2 fouls on both teams, so a relatively clean game in the opening half. Luke Williams with 3 stops, Gonzalo Salo with 2 for Grace. But a big diving stop by Williams. About less than 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Kept the game scoreless. It helped from his defense earlier in the half. Partain, along with Voss, both go spiraling down. No foul is called, and Partain gets back to his feet and deals off to Paul McBride. The Trojans send it deep. This one out of play on top of the Taylor dugout and bench, and it careens into the bench and the seats. And Grace will have a throw in front of the Taylor reserves. So Holwerda with the goal, his only shot of the day, and he made it count. As Partain got away with moving the ball forward with his left elbow. And then McBride ushered to the turf, kicked out of play. And Partain will have a throw in on the near side. Actually, a free kick, on the foul from GC, their third. Free kick on to Partain. Dancing, jogging, nice little move. Got open, hit it off the heel of his foot as he couldn't get a lot of mustard on it from just inside the box. And now here comes Grace the other way. Pass intercepted for the time being by Gallup. And now here comes Grace running the other way with Talamas, their leading goal scorer. Works the ball to the middle. Gilliam will send it away. And it bounces out of play near side off of TU. It'll be a throw-in for Grace along the near sideline with Cole Voss. They shoot on the goal to our right. They've got the wind in their face here in the second half. It has been gusting pretty well. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left here in the second half, so they've got the wind at their backs. And right on cue, there's the wind. Voss able to hold it in. Alsate sidestepped into him. Narusawa gets the start here in the second half, and then Clay takes the ball away near midfield. Alsate to Siegelin. Whelan trying to punch it on to Clay. He fights through 2 defenders, trying to get away from a third. Whelan goes down again a second time. And now everybody falling down on the turf, and the ball finally comes out of the scrum, and now Siegelin caught up in a tangle. Stepping through, it'll be Narusawa. Chips it into the air. Coming in is Maloney. Heads it away from Gonsash. Safsh, I should say. Here's McBride, spun and tackled down, and McBride not happy as he and Voss glare right at each other. Then Voss blows a kiss at McBride. Who wouldn't want to blow a kiss at Paul McBride? He's a fine-looking young man. I don't think Paul took too kindly to it. Either way, foul against Voss. 4th one against GC today. Their second one of the half, and now Partain will try to serve it in with that magical left foot. 1-0 Taylor lead just underway here in the second half. Partain saunters in, headed away by Grace. They're unable to clear as now Partain steps onto it. Accelerating near side, sends this one into the box. Snagged on the hands by Salo. The keeper for Grace, and he flings it out to the far side. As I look down, I see Andrew Siegelin's father carrying back a giant elephant here that looks delicious. He's got 2. Maybe one will find a way to the press box. That would be delightful. And now Mr. Siegelin is being asked about his elephant ears while he climbs up the stairs. So I'm not the only one noticing those delicious-looking elephant ears. Ball touched onto the box. Williams has it for Taylor. Williams puts the ball back into play. Clay, push from behind, looks for a foul that won't come, but the ball goes out on the far sideline, so Taylor's got a throw-in upcoming. Oh, now Mr. Siegelin sits down in front of us with those elephant ears. If only we could open the window in front, but alas. His son Andrew works it back to Gilliam, and now here comes Grace on a counter quickly. Talamas, their leading goal scorer, bangs it back to the far side, and on top of it is Borema. Chased down by Gilliam, left edge of the box. Borema steps in, right-footed shot, punched away by a diving Williams, and then Gallup will send it away from the end line up to the far side. Fourth stop of the afternoon for Luke Williams. Crossing in, Gallup heads away. Back to the middle, and Cerruti. Enrique Cerruti finds Voss, crosses, headed to the backside to the end line, and Grace won't be able to hold it in. Boremo, the closest one there after the deflection, but couldn't get on top of it. And Taylor has a goal kick here with about 6 minutes gone in half number 2. Taylor out front, 1-0. 1-0, I should say. Williams trying to fake out Talamas. And then Maloney sends it up on a bomb far side right to the feet of his teammate Josiah Whelan. Challenge, pokes it away. Splendidly done by Mora. But he sends it to Maloney of Taylor. Loose in the middle for a time being. Lynn jostles, slips, and play continues. Cerruti to the middle, deflected away, and Taylor will clear it away from trouble as Gosafsh was pressuring for GC. Back to midfield and Arnold. Cerruti to the sprinting Voss near side, too far for him. Partain cuts off and steps right in. He quickly flings it back into Paul McBride. Steps through the challenge near his sideline, and now McBride can go out and run. He'll flick it to the middle, and Andrew Siegelin. He's got teammates cutting in front of him. Siegelin carrying forward. He'll go far side to Clay. Clay out of the top of the box, sends it in backside, just too high for Josiah Whelan as he slithered in, undetected by Grace's defense. It was Josiah Whelan and nobody else on the near side post. But the service from Clay a little bit too high, and it remains a 1-0 Taylor lead with 37 minutes and change remaining here in half numero dos. To the midfield line, Narusawa cut down on the deflection by Alsate. And Voss will quickly throw it in near sideline. Deflected in the air by Borema. Partain right there in his hip pocket. Borema gets some space. To the end line he goes. Crossing, deflected, and volleyed high by Maloney. He'll stay in play, backspinning towards the box here on the near side of the field. Alsate touches the Partain. His clearance deflected. Trying to get it away from Gallup. It's still loose in the box. The whistle comes, and it's going to be a penalty kick here for Grace. With one of the Lancers taking a spill after a challenge, it looks like, from Alex Gallup. So stop the clock at 36:53, and a penalty try here for Grace. They're 1 for 1 this year. Opponents against Taylor, just 2 for 5, and Williams has stopped a PK try earlier this year. Santa Juliana was the one to take the PK earlier for the Lancers. He will not take this one here. So the foul will go against Taylor's Alex Gallup. It looks like it's going to be Borema, I think. And he was the one that was calling to take it right when the whistle happened. 1-0 game, PK here for Grace. Shot is on, and it's in, and we're tied. As Borema goes to the near side post, Williams jumped to the far side post. And Borema's goal on the PK ties our match at 1. So our match even now at 1 on the second PK goal by Grace this year. Just the third PK allowed by the Trojans this year in 6 tries. Nice takeaway by McBride into tight space. Alsate spun. McBride cut down from behind. Taylor yells for a foul, and it comes. 5th foul against Grace this afternoon. Partain will take it near side. 1-1 match with 36:20 remaining in half number 2. Two-man wall in front of Partain as now he walks away from the ball and kind of surveys things, trying to figure out where all of his teammates are. Pretty heavy loaded to the backside of the box. The whistle blows, and now Partain will put the left hand into the air. Left-footed on, gets through the wall. McBride will head this one wide to the near side as he was falling away towards the far sideline. Good try from Paul. 7th shot of the afternoon for Taylor. Arnold. To Milan Cerruti. Ihenki Cerruti. Voss plays it back. Alzate pressured but deflected it out, and Grace will throw it in with Voss from the near sideline in front of his own bench. Jayapuram in to get Cerruti for Grace. Maloney knocks it down. Partain trying to clear. Alzate was there. Grace able to hold it in just outside the box. They send it far side. Borma there, slipped. His shot is blocked. Held in. Narusawa in. Williams has to backpedal to the goal line. Crossing ball in. Sliding. Stopped by Williams as he came out of nowhere. And then he shakes the hand of Talamas, who took the shot. Talamas puts his hands in the air and said, "What do you expect me to do?" It was wide open, and then a flash of neon green came in and kept the ball from going to the back of the net. Fifth stop of the day for Luke. Corner in. Near side. Santa Juliana's cross on the ground. There's Talamas. He'll send this one high, high, high. Rodman comes in for Taylor. Early appearance for 26 in white. He'll go to his normal spot on the back line and spell Quinn Partain. That'll move Maloney to a left back position down near us. And it puts Rodman as the right back across from us. Move Gilliam to the center back spot along with Gallup. 1-1 score after the PK try goes in by Cody Borama. Quick throw in near side by Voss. Lynn circles and heads it down to the middle. There's Borama, a little flick to the middle. Talamas there trying to get away from Gilliam. Ball still bouncing around. To the end line it goes and out. And Luke Williams has a goal kick upcoming. As Talamas just kept pressing things forward with defenders for Taylor bouncing off of him as he kept matriculating up through the middle of the box. Goal kick from Williams. The wind at his back. This one carries well over midfield. McBride heads it on. Clay comes in. He's taken down from behind. And now a card will come. The clock will stop with 36:42. And the clock stopped and the card given to Togo Narusawa. First card of the afternoon for either side. Clay pops back to his feet. And the free kick will come for Taylor about 5 yards outside the box as they shoot on the goal to our left. 1-1 game with 32:42 remaining in the second half. A stellar stop by Luke Williams, his second stellar one of the day. Has kept the game level. Alzate and McBride stand over this one. A whole host of Grace Lancers separate them from the goal. About 5 or 6 of them standing down there. Looks to be 5. As they get the directions from their keeper, Salo, excuse me. So Alzate looks to be the one to take it. McBride backing away. 1-1 game. They'll flick it near side. McBride sends it on. Blocked, still loose in the box. McBride's got it near his feet. Circling near side, trying to touch it on to Clay. McBride comes in front. He'll back heel kick, but nobody there in white. As Gruber's on top of it and sends it deep for Grace. Bumping in. Trying to clear it as Gilliam. It goes off, deflected back by Jayapuram. He's in the box, cut off by Rodman, who hustles his way back in. Gets a standing, rousing ovation as Noah clears it into the second row down below us and to the right. Quick throw in for Grace. Gruber crossing far side, headed on and in, but a flag is in the air. Offside is Cody Borma, who tied the match at 1 with a PK earlier. A beautiful header, but Borma offside. And the play was blown dead quickly. And the match remains level at 1, 31-48 and counting here in the second half. Williams readies the goal kick, and away it goes. Takes a couple deflections. To go on Safsh, taken away by Michael Maloney of Taylor. He'll sidestep. Jayapuram, excuse me. Joaquin Hansen in for Taylor and gets P. McBride. Hansen got the start of the game, comes off the bench here in the second half. 1-1 contest, 31-08 and counting here in this second stanza. Maloney keeps it in Taylor's favor, down to the feet of the newcomer Hansen. Between two defenders to Alsate, back to Maloney, to the corner, and Hansen's got to hustle to get to it. Too far for him to get to, and it curls out of play. Or was it deflected? Nope, it went off, cleanly off of Taylor, so Grace has a deep throw in from the defensive half with Cole Voss. Gonçalves trying to head it forward. Flicked away. Gallup right there, back to Gilliam. 2 men around him. They try to take it away from Gilliam, and they do. A deep ball in, but here comes Rodman to clear it away from trouble. Taylor still has it in their defensive half. Voss cannot get it away. He knocks it right down to Alsate. Off the backside of Whelan. He'll redirect to the middle. He runs away from trouble, and Taylor has numbers. Whelan crashing in, tried to poke it forward to Clay. It's knocked away nicely by Ivan, sent to Juliana. And now he comes up a little lame, resting his hands on his knees, favoring his right leg a little bit. Long ball sent up the near side to the man who tied the match in Borma. Right edge of the box, trying to get away from Gallup, crosses end line, deflected out by Gallup. And Grace will have a corner from the near side of the field. Third corner of the afternoon for Grace. Their second one here of the second half. Match level at 1 with 29-35 and counting here in half number 2. And Borma will take it from the near side. That PK for Borma, his first PK try of the year and his 4th goal of the season. That answers the Holwarda try late in the opening half. A low outswinger on the ground. Narusawa, pressure from behind. Whelan made him give it up. Grace able to hold it in. Long try, wide, left of the post by Mora. 12 shots for Grace, just 7 for Taylor. They have not taken a shot here in a long while, as the second half starting to look a lot like the first half, where Taylor had a couple chances early, then it was mostly Grace until the very end of the opening half, and that was when Holwarda struck. Gilliam up the far sideline. Clay tried to head it on, but nobody there in white. And all the way back to the box, quickly played out by Salo. And here's Arnold jogging forward for GC. The Lancers clad in red. At the front of those red uniforms, dissolving into black at the bottom. White numbers on the front and back. Maloney slides, deflects it out. And Grace has a throw in. Taylor with purple shorts, white socks, a white base to the uniforms, purple sleeves, purple stripes, and purple numbers. Arnold pressured by Alsate. He has to jog back near midfield and plays it in deep to Santa Juliana. A couple headers, make it 3. And Hansen has his jersey almost ripped from his body by Voss, and then the whistle comes. .5 minutes remaining in regulation. 1-1 our score after the PK from Grace earlier here in this second half. Maloney takes the free kick from the defensive side. Alsate flicks it on. Hansen knocks it down as he runs to the middle. He'll bash it to the far side, and Keaton Clay. A rare time in the second half. The Taylors had the ball in the attacking half, sent in, and then sent away by the Grace D. GC trying to get a run out. Pressure comes from behind as Gilliam gets to the ball first. Runs away from Gonçalves. And it goes out off of Taylor to the far sideline. Luke Holwarda comes in for Taylor. Ulysses Miranda back in for Grace. First time we've seen him here in the second half. Holwarda, the goal scorer for Taylor, back in the 42nd minute. He goes in to spell Keaton Clay. Quick moving from Grace into the box. Williams slides and stops the ball with Gonçalves closing in tightly. Just about 26 minutes remaining in our second half. Penalty kick from Cody Borama. And a violation against Grace. Looks like a handball against the Lancers. The match level at 1. Your goal scorers: Holwarda for Taylor, Borama for Grace. Williams has made 5 saves today. A couple of them have been stellar. Just 2 saves today for Gonzalo Salo. Maloney will curl it to the near side, right to Joaquin Hansen. Pointing with his right foot. Now second defender comes. Hansen tries to split him, and his legs cut out from underneath of him. Another foul against Grace, and now Taylor with a dangerous set piece just off the left edge of the box. You can hear the Grace coaching staff barking out instructions that they want the players for Grace to play this more like a corner instead of your typical free kick because of the proximity the ball is to the left edge of the box. It's probably only about 3 yards out, and now Taylor making some late adjustments as well. Hansen will take it with his right foot. Plays it up to the top. Holwarda through, in by Lynn, deflected away. Will it backspin out across the end line? It will. And now Taylor will have a corner from the near side. A cheeky little play there by the Trojans. Holwarda was right there on the top of the box. He let it slip through his legs. Then the player on the backside sent it in, but Taylor could not put it any farther after it got deflected away. Hansen will take this from the near side of the field. Right hand into the air, right foot into the ball. In traffic, and Gallup got his head on it, but he bashes it to the backside of the post and away, as he again was able to elevate over everyone for Grace like he did in the first half, but just cannot put this one on frame. Arnold sends one in deep for Grace. And nobody there. And so Williams will pick it up for TU. Grace knocks it in again. Good pressure from the Lancers. Headed up by Miranda. Gonçalves heads it in. Now Gilliam cuts off the path of the ball. He and Williams are right there, and Luke will pick it up. But again, another quick strike try there from Grace as they almost were able to catch Taylor napping. Whelan heads it back. There's Hansen onside. Left edge of the box. Left-footed shot right at the keeper, Salo. Wonderful play on by Whelan, right to Hansen, but just hit it right at the keeper, Salo, and our contest remains even at 1. Rodman, big left foot. Tracking it, heading it down, and moving it forward is Grace. Govsash will send it cross field to the far side of the field. Mora knocking it down. Up to Gruber. To the middle of the field in Jayapura. Near sideline Voss. Hansen marking him. And Lynn will sky this one with the left foot. Hansen and Voss both there. Hansen lost his footing. And Grace able to keep it here in the attacking half. Shamar Degans out to come in for Grace. First time we'll see him today at the next stoppage. Hardy and Adam Siegel about to come in as well. Long pass cut off by Narusawa. And Grace will send it in deep. It finds the feet of Talamas. Ball played back to the near side. Voss heads it into the box. Williams snags it out of the air. Long play deep to Wieland. He's got Siegelin cutting inside of him, and then Taylor turns it over. So Grace, you heard it, just want to pass it, get 5 passes under their belts. They'll monitor things here in the defensive half. And they got to 5, and now they go. Arnold gets it back 5 yards inside midfield. To Jayapura. Left edge of the circle, it rolls through in Narusawa. Then Grace turns it over near midfield. Siegelin to Whelan, touch off to Hansen. Big first touch as he maneuvers back to midfield, back heel kick, and the only one there is Siegelin. He'll bash it back near midfield where Peter Lynn hangs out. To the far sideline, Rodman, up to Holwarda, who scored Taylor's only goal earlier today. Pressing to the midfield, nobody there for Taylor, and it's cleared away by Gonsash, I should say, of Grace. And then it's sent all the way to the defensive half, and Williams will work it up to Gallup. The Taylor keeper to the defender Gallup. A volley near side Maloney, hustles to keep it in, and he does. Except the flag whistle comes late, and they say the ball went out. Degans in for Grace. Voss out. Borma, or Voss will exit, I should say. Hardy and Adam Siegelin in. Andrew Siegelin and John Alsate exit for TU. Still 1-1. Gallup trips up the newcomer Degans. And a free kick here for GC from the right edge of the field. Fourth foul against Taylor today. And Borma will take this free kick here. Sends it in on the line, headed away by Taylor's Cole Gilliam. Vanderkolk is coming as well for Taylor. But then Adam Siegelin will just drive this one to the other end. Salo works it up to Jayapura. Jayapuram, excuse me. And now Grace sends it into Burma, near side. Burma taken away by Maloney. Sending it up to Siegelin. Big first touch that allows Grace to hold it in. Hardy goes for a spill. Hansen wanted to curl it back to Siegelin. It's intercepted by Burma, who sends it to the far side, and Gruber. He let Rodman jump into the air of Taylor. And now Gruber comes in, taking it away as Grace again tries to hold it in the attacking half. And Vanderkolk pulled down to the turf by his uniform by Johnny Mora, who disagrees, and Taylor gets a quick restart. Holwarda will volley it to the middle, knocks it down with his chest. 2 defenders around him, and it's taken away for the time being. Then Holwarda spins away from trouble. Hansen tried to touch it forward. The clearance held in by Taylor's Clay Vanderkolk. Far side Holwarda. 1-1 game, 17:38, and Holwarda's left-footed try rises high and out of play. Second try of the afternoon for Luke. Taylor with 10 shots on the afternoon. Josiah Whelan returns for Taylor to spell Joaquin Hansen. Jayapuram. Off to Arnold, who sends it in deep. Borma again racing after, looking to cross from the near end line, knocked down by Maloney, but it bounces across that end line. And Grace will get ready for their fourth corner here of the afternoon. As we approach 16:45 remaining in the second half in a 1-1 match. Partain will come in for Taylor. Gabriel dos Santos in for GC. And Partain will have to wait. Corner near side, Borma, an outswinger, headed away by Gallup. And Holwarda keeps moving it away farther from Taylor's goal. Jayapuram back to Dos Santos. Gruber slips as he passes it away. But now is slow to get back up well behind the play. Gray still with the possession. Talamas trying to shake away from trouble. His shot blocked away by Lynn. Borma trying to get away from Maloney. Has got space. Coming in to help is Adam Sieglin. Slips, crosses in, still in the box. Sliding stop. It's blocked by Clay Vanderkolk. And Jayapuram will play to the far side. Holwarda cuts in. It goes out off of Grace. But really struggling right now is Felipe Gruber. And he falls down to the turf. That'll allow Quinn Partain to return for Taylor to replace Adam Siegelin. Gruber went down to all fours, then gets back up to his leg. And he's trying to walk off the field, but he is really laboring, favoring that right leg. And so Enrique Cerruti will return for Grace, but he will not be the one to replace Gruber as he limps mightily off the field. Originally, DeGans was the one that was supposed to be coming off, but no one for Grace is going to help Gruber, who is just limping, just really struggling as he has to limp from the far side of the field all the way to the near side of the field. Ball played on the far side, so Gruber will make the long, long walk all the way to the near side. Does seem to be walking a little bit better. And now Partain will be playing up top as he spells the Trojans here. Turned over by Grace. Partain left footing it forward. Whelan, he'll be pushed from behind. Whelan spins, trying to get back to his feet. Ball spinning, looking for someone to possess it. And then a play behind. They're going to call Partain for the foul, and Taylor disagrees with that vehemently. Grace to the top, slipping away. They'll call a flop on Talamas. As he got up looking for a foul as his legs left him. 13:01 to go here in the second half. 1-1 between Taylor and Grace. Grace in, and Holwarda called for the foul on the far side of the field. Borma on the far side of the field to take the free kick. About 3 yards outside the box, left edge. Grace shooting on the goal to our right. Borma curls it in through, and that one hits the outside of the goal. The displeasure of the Grace coaching staff. Andrew Siegelin about to come back in for Taylor. Nice block in by Hardy. But Grace able to pick it back up with less than 12 to go here in the second half. Hardy fighting for space with Jaya Purum, who wins it and plays it back for GC. Arnold to Santa Juliana. Arnold. Pass just got away from the outstretched leg of Quinn Partain. Narusawa's pass blocked by the backside of Hardy. And Narusawa will throw it in for GC. They shoot on the goal to our right. They're wearing red. Taylor in white. Match level at a goal aside. Taylor scored late in the first half. Grace scored on a PK here, close to the midway point of half two. Gallup blocks the cross. It goes out across the end line, and GC's got their 5th corner of the afternoon upcoming. Less than 11 minutes to go here in this second half. Talamas to Jaya Purum. With an out-of-bounds far side off the Rodman header. Grace again will throw it in, but subs will return here for both teams if they'll let them. And they will. Keaton Clay and Andrew Siegelin back in for Taylor to replace Partain and Vanderkolk. Out for Grace, Jamar DeGaines. Coming back in, Zé Maria Gonçalves. Throw in for Grace. Andrew Siegelin to Hardy. His pass deflected. Clay comes back to scoop it up. Defenders all around him. Clay trying to get to the edge. He and Narusawa jostle, and it goes out off of Narusawa, who tried to quickly throw it in, and Taylor's got the throw in, though, in front of the Grace bench. The Grace coaching staff and players disagree, but and Paul McBride will come in for Taylor. He will replace Luke Holwerda on the far side of the field with 9:35 and counting here in half two. 1-1 the score between Taylor and Grace. Holwerda, the only goal scorer for Taylor today. That came in the 42nd minute. Maloney to throw it in. Does so to Hardy. Deflected off of him. Sauvage. Nice, poked away nicely by Maloney. Hardy to Clay in tight quarters. Clay had the ball caught between his feet. And Gonçalves takes it away. Nice backheel flick to the middle by Grace. Faking to the middle is Miranda. His pass deflected on. Cleared away by Gilliam. As Miranda tried to find Talamas. And now it's Hardy with pretty much one arm tied behind his back. Works it off to Whelan. Deflected out off of whom? Last touch by Whelan of Taylor, who disagrees. Narusawa to throw it in for GC. Nice slide by Gallup. It sails all the way up near midfield. And a karate kick to the far side by Santa Juliana. Volleyed into the air by Cerruti of Grace. But it's turned over towards the middle, but Taylor can't pounce on the free ball. Gonçalves on the near sideline. Maloney marks him. He'll angle to the near side, to the middle, I should say, in the left, his left. Then he plays one in harmlessly to Williams. .802 and winding here in this second half. 1-1 between Grace and Taylor. Narusawa heads it into the air. Whelan pulls him down. And Josiah gets called for the foul. That's the Taylor Trojans' 6th one of the afternoon. Grace with 10. And Santa Juliana will play this one back in the middle. To the near side and Arnold for Grace. Taylor applying a lot of pressure here in their attacking half, trying to win the ball back and go back in front. But a quick passing here, and Gonçalves on top of it for GC. Gallup to Markham. Gonçalves, step over move, right edge of the box. Got the shot off, but is blocked by the calf of Alex Gallup. McBride into space, too far for Andrew Siegelin to get to, and now Grace again will reset here in the defensive half. Knocked away, ball spinning on the turf. Players fighting for position, and the foul will go against Dos Santos. So Dos Santos called for the foul. That's number 11 against Grace today. They also have the only yellow card of the match so far. Pretty clean match in the first half, only 2 fouls per side, but the intensity is ramped up here. Long pass turned over by Taylor as they had the free kick there. And again, Grace quickly moves to the attacking half, just like they've done all day. Dos Santos slips right in front of the Taylor students across from us, and now he is going to hear it from those students. John Alzate in for Taylor. He'll replace Owen Hardy. Ball bounces over McBride's head. Andrew Siegelin punching it forward with his forehead. Players fighting for it. The Grace player on top of Siegelin. Now their legs get tangled up. Siegelin not happy with it. He gets pushed from behind. And Josiah Wheeling quickly comes in there. And I think that's Borima who was tangled up with Siegelin, and it was. And Borima backing away. And they'll stop the clock here with 5:25 to go in the second half. Borima and Siegelin asked to shake hands, and they will. It will be a free kick for Taylor as cooler heads prevail. .5:25, clock is stopped here in regulation. 1-1 game between Taylor and Grace. Rodman plays the free kick far side. Heads over every backside McBride. It's cleared away right before he could get his foot on it by Gonçalves. Clay backs up and heaves it in on the near side into the box. McBride heads it out of play. And it's a goal kick upcoming for Grace with less than 5 minutes remaining here in the second half. Salo to take it. He's got 3 saves today. Taylor's Luke Williams with 6. Rodman holds it in. Volleys it forward to the right foot. McBride cut off by Dos Santos. Still Sky in the air, stays in play. And Rodman lets it roll out, and he'll throw it in on the sideline across from us. We'll 3-hop it back to Gilliam. Up to Rodman, who curls it in with the left foot. Alzate heads it on. Whelan tried to knock it down, still loose. Flicks it back. Here comes Alzate, whose rocketed shot was blocked before it could get after it just got away off of his foot. Flicking it forward is Miranda. Gallop to the near side, and Maloney underneath the legs of a defender, Alzate, who punches it back to Maloney, who angles into the right. He'll play it in deep. A lot of juice on that ball. Whelan, who is mighty fast, but not fast enough to get on top of that one. It was 3:40 and counting here in the second half. Grace will have the goal kick once again with the match level at a goal aside. Salo right foots one low. Rodman heads it in. McBride lets the defender jump in front of him, has the ball at his feet. To the overlapping Siegelin. Fakes to his right, got to the end line. Siegelin trying to cross. He did. Was it blocked? It was by Grace. And so Taylor gets their third corner here of the afternoon. The Trojans have had trouble getting a lot of time in the attacking half, and we'll see if they can cash in on a set piece here on the corner across from us. With less than 3 minutes remaining here in the second half, and the game even at 1. Alzate will take it across from us. This will come from the left of the keeper, Salo, and the goal to our left. A high one to the backside, headed out by Grace, and now we'll have a corner from the near side for Taylor. as Alsato is trying to find the big man, Noah Rodman. Yeah, the defender right in front of him, so Noah didn't have a clear look at the corner. We'll see what they dial up here. Gallup has gotten his head on a couple of ones here today. Just hasn't been able to put them on frame. Near side corner, Alsate. Right foot, in swinger, low, deflected by Gilliam, and it just missed the near side upper 90. As Gilliam went streaking in front of everybody, almost able to flick it back on, and it just missed as it sailed over the crossbar by a whisker. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the second half. The Gray staff screaming instructions at their team. We'll see if the Lancers have one last push in them. Rodman, though, heads the goal kick right back into Taylor's attacking side. Gilliam knocks it down, wanted to find Andrew Siegelin. Gallup plays it back in with the right foot. Into the air it goes. Worked back in by Grace. To the middle. Maloney steps in front. Less than 90 seconds to go in regulation. Rodman, right foot's one in deep. Over everyone's heads. Except the Italian, Santa Giuliana. He holds it in. Dos Santos, left footing it up. Rodman cuts it off. Stays in play as we get close to a minute to go in the second half. 1-1 our score. Gonçalves onside as he races to the end line on the near side of the field. Back to the trailing Naruswa. His centering ball deflected away by Lynn as he tried to cross it. Grace able to hold it in with 50 seconds left. Jayapuram to Narusawa. Into the box it goes. Williams skies, had it, lost it, then snatches it. As he collided with the Grace player, Luke came up the better for it, but the Grace player slow to get back up, and Luke quickly goes to check on that injured Lancer. We'll step aside as the athletic training staff is onto the field. The injured Lancer was Cody Borama for Grace. Coming in to replace him is Chetty Valdez. Coming off for Taylor will be Keaton Clay, and Adam Siegel, comes in for Taylor. 37 8/10 of a second left to go in the second half. And Taylor and Grace all knotted at one. Free kick for Taylor. Williams will have all of his mates back all the way up. Just over the reach of Siegelin, Rodman flicks it towards the near side. 30 seconds left to go in the second half. Lynn taken down in the side of the center circle, and Taylor quickly resets. McBride heads it on, and Taylor too quick. And the clock will continue to run with 19 seconds and counting here in the second half. Maloney's got to jump on it quick here with the clock down to 12, 11, and now 10. Maloney sends it into the box. Knocked around with 4. Rodman turns and fires, and it's punched away with 1 second left by Salo. And Salo made a late effort as Rodman almost won it at the horn. Taylor came oh so close in the final 10 minutes to going up 2-1. But we'll see if they can carry that momentum to overtime number 1. That's coming up next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
we get ready for overtime number 1 here from Turner Stadium. Both teams obviously with experience in overtime contests this year with a pair of draws for both teams. 10 minutes in each overtime session, golden goal, next goal wins. And Taylor had a couple really nice opportunities there at the end of regulation. One on the flick on a corner from Cole Gilliam, and then Noah Rodman there late with about 7-8 seconds left. Just drifted, caught a little bit in the air, and almost put it on the far side post. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. Paul McBride carries it in near side. Just underway here in the overtime session. To the middle and Whelan. Pressure comes from Narusawa. Loses it, and then Whelan gets called for the foul as he helps Narusawa to the turf. .9:25, again, just underway here in overtime number 1. And Philip Arnold will take the free kick, and he'll drive it deep to the other end. Maloney heads it up. Williams there, and he snags it. Mrs. Siegelin brought us an elephant here. That's very nice. Clay, a big touch back. Over to Rodman. Touched away, intended for Hansen, goes out of play. And Taylor will throw it in on the far side with Rodman. They shoot on the goal to our left. Again, Taylor had some nice pressure on the goal at the end of regulation, trying to carry that over here to overtime. Alzate to Hansen, trying to slip it on back to Alzate. And then Joaquin called for a foul in the back. Just about 2 minutes in here to the overtime session. Holwerda scored in the 42nd minute for Taylor, as he eluded the keeper Salo for Grace. Then a foul against Lynn. And it was Borima who got the penalty kick in for Grace. Let's take the time here. In the 54th minute, as one of the Grace players has to retie his right boot. And that's how we are still tied at 1. Sent in, Williams will clear it away. Grace to throw it in across from us. 7:35 here in overtime, number 1. 1-1 the score, next goal wins. Gilliam sends it away. Grace able to hold it in with, looked to me, Narusawa. Untouched, and so Taylor lets it roll away, and they'll have a goal kick with Luke Williams, with the wind at their backs a little bit, as now the wind has changed slightly. It was pretty straightforward, cut and dry, left to right and right to left. Three minutes into the first of potentially 2 overtime sessions. Points crucial now when you get into league play. Hansen bumped, and he draws the foul. A little bit of acting there from Joaquin as he bumped with Arnold, and Arnold's got a little bit of a case here. But Hansen felt the pressure, went down, and got the foul. 3.5 minutes gone as Moses Kabuswe ready to come back in. Last time we saw Moses, I believe, was back in the first half. Hansen a free kick here. 15 yards outside the box near side. 2-man in front of him. He'll approach it and put a right foot into it. A low one, banged in, deflected on, and just misses the near side post, as it was both Lynn and McBride were right there. That ball got through a whole mess and jungle of legs. And now Kabuswe comes in for Taylor to get Clay before the corner from the near side. But Taylor's been knocking on the door of winning this game here the last handful of minutes. And we'll see if they can just kick the door down on a corner here with Joaquin Hansen from the near side. Both hands in the air, right foot into the ball. A high in-swinger to the backside. Rodman just barrels over somebody like a fullback. And it's deflected out by Grace, and now Hansen will jog to the other side of the field. And Taylor will have yet another corner kick here in the overtime. Less than 5.5 minutes to go in overtime number 1. Next goal wins. We're tied at 1. Rodman lines all the way back on the near side of the box. Trying to get a little bit of a head start for the big man. Looks like Noah calling for it to see if Hansen can get it to him. A low in-swinger that screams away. Kabuswe knocks it down before he can kick it. It's sent away here by Grace. To the middle, McBride. Dancing, shushering in, shot deflected. There's Whelan, touches it, just missed. But the flag was in the air, so it would have been offside anyway. Again, Taylor is knocking. They just need somebody to answer. Asti deflecting it all the way up the near side. Gallup stops it, spins back with Talamas right there in his hip pocket. Kabuswe knocked down from behind. Alsate playing it forward to Hansen. Jogging forward. He's got Kabuswe running if you can get it to him. Pass knocked down. Hansen comes in and tries to keep moving it forward. First overtime. Taylor shooting on the goal to our left. Hansen gets loose. Back to Maloney. Flicking it forward. Hansen steps in front. Chips it back in. Alsate turns into space. Maloney crosses. Salo going backside and then knocked out of bounds by Mora. He could have let that thing sail away over the end line, but he cleared it and then just deflected off of his midsection. And Hansen will take a slow jog to the far side and set up another corner kick. .335 and counting in overtime. 1-1 in the first of what would be 2 overtime sessions potentially. Hansen again to take the corner. A low one. Alsate volleys deflected, and we're going to do it all again from the same spot. A low one that was played back up near the top of the box from Hansen to Alsate, who scored his first collegiate goal Wednesday. And now John Alsate will jog close to Hansen. So we approach 3 minutes to go in the first overtime. Now Alsate backs away. Hansen, an outswinger with a right foot. Gallup leaps, still loose. Back heel kick up by Whelan, still loose in the middle. Gallup turns, still fires it on, but the whistle was blown before Gallup let one rip. Less than 3 to go in the first overtime session. A packed house here down below us. It's going to get even more packed for the football game later tonight. But Taylor trying to continue the winning ways of the homecoming festivities after Taylor volleyball swept last night. It's been all Taylor offensively until right now when the ball crossed midfield, but then Gilliam headed it right back as quick as it came across. Circling and running. Sliding is Lynn. Ball stays into the feet of McBride as he cut off the path of Mora. Backpedaling is Arnold all the way about 5 yards inside the box. Flicking it on is Borama, who tied the game for Grace on a PK back in the second half. He eludes Maloney as he operates on the near side of the field. Now he wants to run down the near side of the box. Getting to the end line, crosses blocked by Gallup, and Grace will have a corner from the near side of the field. Their 6th corner of the night upcoming, or the day upcoming, I should say. Again, big shout out to Mrs. Sieglin bringing an elephant ear up to us in the booth. We appreciate that. That will be eaten definitely. Borma, near side corner to take it. Be with a right foot, coming to the left of Williams and the goal to our right. A mid outswinger, flicked away by the head of Gallup. Hansen will clear it away with the left foot. Jay Perham on the near side. Sent in, Williams calls everybody away, and the Taylor keeper snags it in midair. Almost a minute left to go here in overtime number 1. If no one scores here, we'll go to a second overtime session. Again, same rules apply, golden goal and 10 minutes. The wind has died down completely. The American flag in the far corner, which had been, as Luke Holwerda comes in for Taylor, which had been blowing mightily back during pre-match warm-ups. There is not a single wisp of wind to speak of at all. P. McBride out. Taylor will throw it in with Rodman near midfield across from us as we sit at 25 seconds and ticking here in overtime number 1. Hansen to space. Holwerda calling for it. Hansen gets it to him. Holwerda from long range slips as Luke just couldn't find his footing. Gets back to his feet as Salo flips one out to the far side. 8 seconds left, and it looks like we're heading to overtime number 2. And we are. So 100 minutes not enough. We'll see if we need the full 110. We'll take a quick break and come back with overtime number 2 between Taylor and Grace, still even at 1.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. So here we go, overtime number 2 to decide the soccer match on a homecoming Saturday here in Upland, Indiana. I don't believe Grace took a single shot in that first overtime session as Taylor dominated possession. Again, remember, wind not a factor now. Taylor had the wind at their backs in the second half, the wind in their faces in the first. They're going to the right again. That's the way they went back in the first half. Whelan plays it in. Blocked away to the near side. It goes out off of whom? It goes off of Josiah. And Borima to throw it in for GC. Fires one into their leading goal scorer, Talamas. Can't handle it. And Taylor gets the ball to the feet of Gilliam. Plays one up. Knocked down on the clearance try by Santa Juliana. Mora. His pass intercepted by Whelan. Up to Alsate. He and Narusawa lock horns. Now Narusawa jogs in. Gilliam, step for step, cuts off Narusawa. Rodman comes in and clears it away as Narusawa slipped. And the clearance try keeps moving it forward to the Trojans. Clay fakes, and now he gets free. To the middle, and Hansen back to Clay on the near side. Only red shirts there with Clay as he waits for reinforcements. He goes far side to Hardy, played behind him, but Maloney comes in to clean it up. Maloney in, and it's going to go in! Maloney wins it from deep on the far side of the field! Michael Maloney wins it less than 90 seconds into the second overtime! 2-1 Taylor on the Maloney winner! Taylor had come oh so close multiple times, and then Maloney kicks the door down and just flicked it from the far side, and it snuck in on the near side post, almost in the same exact spot that women's soccer player Lindley 2 scored against Spring Arbor last week. Maloney wins it in the second overtime session, and Taylor gets their second win in a row in Crossroads League play, 2-1 in overtime against Grace. Trojans now 6-5-2 on the year, 2-2 in the Crossroads League as Maloney scores his first goal of the season on just his second shot of the season as well. Well, that was fun. I think we're going to have a little more fun tonight. Football at 7 o'clock. We thank Leah upstairs for running the camera. We thank Katie Suits on computer. Michael Maloney wins it. We got to run down and talk to Michael for our recap coming up here in a little bit. Taylor wins. Maloney with the game winner in the second overtime session. 2-1 the final over Grace today here on a homecoming Saturday. This has been it for Taylor Men's Soccer here on the Trojan Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time here on the Trojan Sports Network. Good night for now, and good afternoon for now from Upland, Indiana.